What's happening now is, Bmnr, is in the middle of its biggest operational and governance week since it adopted a digital asset treasury strategy. There's a crucial shareholder vote, deadline, January 14, 2026, and an annual meeting on January 15, 2026 in Las Vegas where management will lay out next steps, including the Made in America Validator Network, MOVN, staking progress, and a controversial proposal to increase authorized shares from 500 million to 50 billion. At the same time, Bmnr just dramatically stepped on the staking gas pedal. It added a huge chunk of ETH to staking this month and now reports 1.256 million ETH staked as of January 11, 2026. Those two facts, the governance ask and the staking acceleration, are what make this week urgent and market-moving. You don't need to be a crypto maximalist or a spreadsheet nerd to get why this matters. Here's the headline. Bmnr has asked shareholders to approve an amendment to increase authorized shares from 500 million to 50 billion. That's not a typo. 50 billion. The company says the reason is practical. More authorized shares give management flexibility to raise capital, execute share splits, and ensure they have enough shares to manage liquidity as the company grows its ETH treasury and staking operations. It's being framed as a forward-looking, power-to-execute request, not an immediate dilution event. Why you should care today? There's a deadline. Vote before January 14th if you're a shareholder. If you don't vote, you're handing your say to others. If you think they'll never use it, remember companies ask for lots of authority they never exercise, but sometimes management uses it, and the market rewards or punishes the perception around that use. Tom Lee himself has been publicly urging shareholders to approve the proposal, which tells you the leadership believes it's mission critical. A few practical notes. Because you want to be efficient if you own Bmnr, check your broker's proxy voting page today and either vote online or submit a proxy. If you have strong feelings, pro or con, talk to other retail holders, post in investor forums, and show up to the win meeting, or at least read the minutes. These votes move markets. The timing, this week was supposed to be even bigger. The Clarity Act moved. Part of the reason people were extra keyed up about this week was political/regulatory clarity. The Senate markup on the Clarity Act, crypto market structure legislation, got pushed toward the end of the month. That's a double-edged sword. If the act clears and defines Ethereum as a commodity rather than a security, it's a structural positive for institutional ETH exposure. If the act stalls, that regulatory uncertainty lingers, and companies with institutional balance sheets like Bmnr see their path to driving NAV re-rates get bumpier. The markup delay means one big external catalyzing event won't land this week. Keep the delay on your radar. Lawmaking calendars matter to crypto market evictions. Put simply, you wanted two big things this week, the vote and clarity. You got one, the vote timeline, and a pause on the other. That matters for trading psychology. Investors love an all-clear checkbox. When it slips, sentiment can wobble. By the way, if you are getting value from this video so far and want more like this, please like the video, it means much to us, and hit the subscribe button, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Staking surge. Bmnr just went from stealth mode to full throttle, 1.256M ETH staked. This is the thing that will get the headlines in financial feeds. Bmnr reported 1.256 million ETH staked as of January 11, 2026. That's an enormous staking position and a huge jump in a very short time. The company reported staking ramped by 596,864 ETH in the past week. Why does that matter? Staked ETH generates yield. Bmnr cites a composite staking rate of 2.81% in its reports, which can meaningfully increase cash flow at scale. Staking reduces the liquid ETH supply on exchanges, which, on a market where demand is growing, can exert upward pressure on ETH's price over time. Remember, price moves on supply and demand. When big treasuries lock assets away, the available float for buyers shrinks. Imagine the ETH market as a lake. Bmnr went from wading to scooping a giant bucket and pouring it into a lockbox. The water level, price, may rise if inflows continue while demand stays steady. That's why traders track ETH on exchanges and stake supply like football fans track scores. Small percentage changes can trigger big swings. MOVN, Made in America Validator Network, what it is and why it could matter. Management has been talking about MOVN, Made in America Validator Network, as a value differentiator, a domestic, high-security, best-in-class staking/validator service that Bmnr plans to commercialize. The thesis is twofold: operational control and security. Run validators onshore, reduce counterparty risk, and own more of the stack from staked asset validator yield. Productize staking. Instead of being just a holder of ETH, Bmnr can offer validator as a service or utilize validated infrastructure internally to earn higher capture rates and reliability on its staked ETH. Think of Maven like building your own efficient solar farm rather than leasing power from a third party. You pay up front, but you control reliability and can resell the service. For Bmnr, Maven is management saying, "We're not just parking ETH, we're building stake infrastructure to scale yield and services." Expect the annual meeting to have more color on this as they aim for an early 2026 launch. Liquidity, IMNAV, and the "why they need more shares" argument, the math you want in plain English. Here's where the vote to increase authorized shares ties into operations. Bmnr's strategy is to buy ETH using its own shares, selling shares at a premium to net asset value, IMNAV, and using proceeds to buy ETH. When the share count is tight and the stock runs up, the company needs authorized shares to issue more. The proposal to jump to 50 billion is essentially a safety valve to execute big future buy programs, share splits, or capital raises without administrative friction. A few practical points. Management insists it won't use the 50B immediately. It's authorization, not a live issuance. Historically, Bmnr has claimed it doesn't dilute below NAV. That's comforting to some, but investors still smell dilution risk when the authorized share count jumps by 2 orders of magnitude. It's a perception game. If you're long, you want to trust management's intentions. If you're short, you pray they exercise the authority. If you're thinking, 50 billion? That's overkill. You're not alone. Plenty of retail investors are asking why 50 billion instead of 5 billion or 500 million. The company's argument: broad authority avoids repeated asks in the future which cost time and money. The counter-argument is governance discipline. If you approve this, you better trust the team. Note this as well. Daniel 7 verses 25-27 tells us, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Want more information about the books of prophecy? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: "I stayed until the end." Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe, and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage us to continue bringing to you more insightful videos. Do not miss out on our future videos. All I am asking is your subscription. Thank you for joining me today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's love.